this congestion? Yeah. Is this congestion? It's the kind of congestion I wouldn't want to be in, to be honest. But it's definitely congestion. So who here has experienced congestion in their life at some point or another? Be it nasal congestion, a traffic jam, you know, loading a video and it just takes forever? Yeah, so it's not a fun thing. And as you can tell from this miserable man right here, it's not something you want to deal with on a day-to-day basis. So we have the luxury of having algorithms which help deter network congestion. So what is network congestion? Network congestion is, I like to say it's very similar to a traffic jam. So you're trying to deliver cars or packets, and you can only deliver a certain amount at a time. So you have a linear relationship between the amount delivered and the amount sent until you get to a maximum carrying capacity for your network. And then you have a collapse. And then when it collapses, it's like a traffic jam. You can't get any more traffic through, so you're kind of just getting lag, essentially. You can't really do much. So we have a few various approaches to congestion control. Essentially what's happening is that when there's congestion, you have network resources, but they're not able to handle the amount of pressure that particular region of the network is dealing with at the particular moment in time. So you have two things that you can do, two elementary kind of like solutions. You can increase the resources, or you can decrease the load. So basically, what are these two elementary things you can do to deal with congestion? Does anyone want to answer? You can get a shot of Red Bull, you can get some pizza, you can get a fortune cookie. Go ahead.
You can get more resources at less load.
Yes. So what would you like?
Pizza.
Go ahead. Go for it. You can, or y'all can actually, well, yeah, I prefer to get it yourself. So okay. That way it's less germs would be spread. So yeah, that's good. So basically it's a multifaceted situation of how you deal with congestion. And there's a discrete time scale, a time frame you can deal with congestion. So you have the immediate fast responsive things like traffic throttling and load shedding, and you have the more preventative things like network provisioning and traffic-aware routing. So basically, network provisioning is a very slow process. So it takes months to years to be able to do this. So you're actually like being aware of what kinds of resources you're going to actually need for your network, and you're taking the time to buy backup routers and all that. Whereas load shedding is something that's like instantaneous. Like you need to get this video, you want to watch this video, it's on YouTube, so you just get rid of the packets that are going to delay your video. So it's pretty important to have these different algorithms available. So basically, network provisioning is knowing, do I need to have extra routers available? Do I need to have like a more powerful server? Do I need to have like a lot of bandwidth that I've purchased ahead of time so that I can deal with the forms of congestion which are likely to happen because I'm already aware of the probability of them happening as being very high. So traffic-aware routing is kind of like, I like to create an analogy like this. So it's kind of like you're working for a radio station and you have a helicopter that's nearby and it's able to see a traffic jam. So the helicopter routes information to you and you let your viewers know where that traffic jam is likely to happen. So traffic-aware routing is just kind of knowing ahead of time where congestion is happening so that you can route traffic away from that. So basically, what is traffic-aware routing? Someone, you can answer it, you can get Red Bull, anything. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like a helicopter that's telling you.
I've never heard that example.
Away from where the traffic is.
Exactly. So come on up.
I'll give you a pizza. I owe you one.
Oh, what do you want?
No, I owe you a piece of pizza too.
Well, you can have another one. I don't want Red. All right, that's fine. All right, that was a good answer. I liked it. I never heard that one. Okay. So basically, initially, when computer scientists were dealing with this problem of like, where do you route traffic? Like, you have congestion, so where do you route it? So let's say you have congestion and you're routing a signal from C to F, and you're only taking load into account. It's not a good idea with networks, because what's going to happen is you're going to see that E and I is available, so you're going to switch the traffic from C to F to E to I. And then you get this kind of vacillation where you're switching between the two because you're only looking at load, which is smart if you're looking at cars, because you know the amount of cars. If you can decrease the amount of cars, you can actually increase the flow and you can actually get people where they want to be. But when it comes to networks, you need to take into account the bandwidth and propagation delay. So it's a more complex kind of scenario. So you need to know like how fast is that packet actually going to reach the receiver, how much bandwidth do you actually have on this particular line. So you have to take into account other parameters. So there's multipath routing and traffic shifting. So essentially multipath routing, you're just using other pathways that are available on your network. So as opposed to just taking like a single route on the outer edge from source to destination, you're utilizing these other computers and other routers to help you so that if you have a problem, like say you have lightning attack one of your routers or a nuke, take out a particular region of your network, you can still reach your destination and not have too much congestion. So what is multipath routing? Does anyone want to answer? You're getting a napkin? No one wants to answer? Okay. Well, at least you tried. Alright, so we're going to go over more in-depth algorithms that take a little bit more nuance and detail in order to overcome congestion. And now, you're up.